Welcome to Darren Daily On Demand, your most trusted resource to help you become better every day. Here's your success mentor, Darren Hardy.
John Kennedy Toole won a Pulitzer Prize for his book, A Confederacy of Dunces, in 1981. The problem is, John Kennedy Toole killed himself in his car on an empty road in Biloxi, Mississippi in 1969. He was only 31 years old. Toole began writing dunces after serving in the military in Puerto Rico. He sent the manuscript to a renowned Simon & Schuster editor, Robert Gottlieb, and Gottlieb remarked that the novel was quote-unquote pointless. The book, despite its wonderfulness, he wrote, isn't really about anything, and that's something no one can do anything about. It is pointless. What Gottlieb didn't predict was how stories about nothing in particular could speak to us so profoundly, inspiring pop cultural phenomena like Cheers, Seinfeld, and Curb Your Enthusiasm. The two wrote letters back and forth, with Toole trying to maintain patience and hope until he couldn't any longer, and he killed himself. Toole's mother found a smeared carbon copy of the manuscript left in the house following his death. She then took up the cause of getting her son's novel to the masses. She tried a handful of more publishers over the next 5 years before cornering Walker Percy, an author and college instructor at Loyola University in New Orleans. Mama Toole stood in front of him and demanded that he read it on the spot. Walker said, "This lady was persistent. There she stood in my office. There was no getting out of it or going around her. The only hope remained that I could read a few pages and then she would leave. But those few pages knocked me out," he said. Even despite Walker putting his weight behind it, it took years before he could persuade a small academic press to publish it. LSU Press published the book in 1980. It won the Pulitzer Prize for fiction in 1981. What changed between the 1969 submission and the 1981? Nothing. It was the same manuscript. The only difference between failure and success was persistence. I tell you this story this morning to ask you, what are you not being persistent enough about? What have you given up on that you might need to take back up the cause? Oh, and one other question. Have you called your mother lately? How about a shout out to moms today? Woot woot!